What's up, y'all? Brant here with CPC Bodybuilding, the home of men's classic physique, the best channel in classic physique. So we had 4 classic pro shows this past weekend, 3 of which were won by underdogs. I'm going to give you guys the results and the placings from each of these shows, and then also look forward to the 3 classic shows that we have for this upcoming weekend. But before we get to that, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel to support me. Also, if you guys are looking for some supplements and you want to support me, use my code at Evogen Nutrition. That's code CPC, saves you some money at checkout, and also goes towards me. So without further ado, let's jump into the weekly recap, guys. We had 4 classic shows. I got all the results here on my page, CPC Bodybuilding. Make sure you guys give me a follow. Stay tuned for all the updates. I got physique updates, show results, show previews, you name it. It's all here. But we'll start out with the show that I attended, which was the Atlanta Pro. So BJ Carswell ended up winning this show. So BJ is actually from Atlanta originally. So BJ grew up there and ended up moving to California. So this was a big deal for him to win this show in his hometown. So a huge congrats to BJ. He brought a fantastic physique, very complete, very conditioned, great structure. You name it, it's there. BJ made tremendous improvements since his last showing at the Legion Pro 2 years ago. And well-deserved win for BJ here. Great guy. I had a chance to talk to him at the end of the show. And I do believe he's going on to do another show after this. So stay tuned to see which show he will be doing. In second place, we had Jerck Crew returning to the stage after a 3-year hiatus. So Jerck last did the 2021 Arnold Classic, and Jerck is one of the best posers alive. Had the pleasure of seeing an awesome routine that he put together. It's on my page if you guys want to see it. Would highly recommend checking it out. He does posing coaching too if you guys are looking for that. Dude is just incredible at what he does. In third place, we had Eddie Lusk III, who's improved tremendously. I can't say enough good things about Eddie. So I met him at Pittsburgh last year in 2023. He didn't place in the top 10 of that show. So Eddie moved up from men's physique to classic physique last year and has just made leaps and bounds of improvements. His posing has gotten better. His condition is the one thing that, like, it's night and day. And he's got great structure, plenty of muscle on his frame, as you can see. And dude's just made so many improvements. Got to give him his flowers for that. So congrats to Eddie on a 3rd place here. He's not done yet either. And same thing with Jerck. So we're going to see a lot of these guys in more shows. These are just the warm-ups for a lot of these guys. In 4th, we had Anthony Barbera III. Brought a great full package. So I think Barb's definitely is going to bring home a victory at some point this year. He's going to hit quite a few shows if I understand correctly. So his next show is going to be Columbia. And Barb's is, very sharp guy, has good shape, and brings a tremendous presentation to stage. His posing routine was awesome too. So always great to see Barb's hit the stage. In 5th place, we had Terrence Bonds, and another top 5 for Terrence here. He's doing great here in his 2nd pro season. Great structure, as you can see. One of the most conditioned guys in this lineup, very complete overall too. Great density as well. Lenny Wicks, one of the best natties alive, here in 6th place. Tremendous quality to his muscle, just very dense, good lines, and he just has this muscularity, like this quality to his muscle that you can only really appreciate in person. But you can see here, like, this is crazy that he's natty, like absolutely insane. But he's built this physique over 15 to 20 years. Like, this dude's been training forever. He trains heavy. He's a world champion powerlifter. You can tell why this guy has been to the Olympia, to the Arnold Classic. Like, this guy is an absolute monster. In 7th, we had Brad Killian, who made his pro debut. He also won the Masters 40 Plus division. And Brad is a massive dude. Super great guy too. And very classic. Good structure, crisp lines, very balanced. And what a pro debut. Like, what more could you ask for than winning the Masters division and being first call out in this lineup? This was a tremendous showing here for Brad. In 8th place, we had Andrew Wilson. I really like Andrew's shape. Very classic. And that front double was a really nice shot on him. In 9th, we had Damian Ricketts. one of the most muscular guys in this whole lineup. Crazy density, really good condition as well, good fullness. And I think Damian knows exactly what he has to do in order to continue to move up. He's been to the Olympia a couple of times for a reason. Very good bodybuilder. And in 10th place, we had Jared Keys. I thought this was Jared's best look to date. Honestly, I really like this look out of Jared. Just a great balance between fullness, condition, and good shape. I really like this vacuum on Jared as well. So, I don't know what the next move for Jared is, but I'm certainly rooting for him, and I'm wishing him the best because I know how hard he works, and the dude definitely deserves his flowers. So that's our top 10 for the Atlanta Pro. And if you guys do want to see that routine from Jerck, it's right here on my channel. This is crazy. You guys got to watch it. So can't say enough good things about that. So our next show. So we had 3 Sunday shows. The Atlanta Pro was the lone Saturday show. We had the Taiwan Pro is our next one. So here, our winner was Ahmed Hamid out of Dubai. So Ahmed, another underdog, coming out and just winning this one, getting his first pro win and punching his ticket to the O. So Ahmed has great shape, muscularity, just huge dude, like easily the biggest guy in this lineup. So came out and just took this show by storm, winning this one. In second, we had Murat Karhasanlar. So he's from Turkey originally, but he now lives in Australia and he's been training out of there. Probably the second biggest guy in this lineup. He's huge. He's not the tallest guy, but like crazy amount of muscle, really good detail, muscle maturity, great balance. And Murat, I think, is going to continue to keep going. I could see him at the Olympia this year as well. In third, we had Suki Wang out of Taiwan. This was his pro debut. In fourth, we had Weiji Huang, who won the pro qualifier and made his pro debut. I also think he's out of Taiwan. Not 100% sure, but I do believe he is. Next up, we got Cal Hins. So Cal finished in 5th here. He was my initial pick to win, and I have to say, I'm a little, this is a bit of a head scratcher for me, how he is in 5th here. I compared the shots, and like, I think he's bigger, has great shape and great condition when you compare him to 3rd and 4th. I wasn't there, so I'll take this with a grain of salt, but I probably would have had Callum just a bit higher. That's just my thought, and it's not because I like the guy and and all that, but like just genuinely speaking, I think he's a little bit more classic than these other guys. Just my thought. So Cal in 5th place there. I think he's going to continue to get better as the year progresses. In 6th, we had Yinghong Zhang. Again, another guy with really good structure, big lats, small waist, good legs, good arms. In 7th, Naoto Takamoto. This is a guy who, I know he doesn't have the greatest structure in the world, but I think once he nails the condition, he can really just start to move up. The condition wasn't necessarily where it needed to be. And then same thing with Jin Hyuk Kim in his pro debut in 8th place. This guy's structure is amazing. Just has to nail the right condition, just like bring that shredded look, and this guy will battle with just about anybody here. So those are our placings from the Taiwan Pro. Next up, we had the Euro Muscle Show Pro. So this was a pretty star-studded lineup, bringing some of the top pros from the Middle East, Africa, Europe, like you name it, man. So Vahid Badpe, this was the only favorite heading into this weekend who ended up winning the show that they were favored in. So Vahid is top 10 in the world for a good reason. You can see here, crisp lines, great shape, very complete physique. He's going to be going back to the O and looking to improve upon a top 10 finish at the Olympia that he had last year. In second, we had Cremo Amari. This was his first show of the year. He was top 3 at Chicago last year. Dude's very complete, brings a crazy full look, great balance as well. I was wondering what the condition would look like, but the condition was definitely there. And Cremo is, again, searching for that O qualification. He very well could get it this year. And third, Miguel Malmo. So Miguel is one of the most consistent bodybuilders out there. I think he's criminally underrated. This guy has great structure, crisp condition, clean lines, very, very proportionate. He's not a tall guy, but like he makes up for it with his density and his overall muscularity. Miguel is one of those guys who's just like knocking on the door. He doesn't place outside of that top 4. Like this guy is super talented. In fourth, we had Dominic Woiwat. So this guy is someone who turned pro in open, competes in classic, and I don't know what his weight is. I would be very curious to see what his scale weight is at weigh-ins. Um, I'll just put it that way. I don't know how this makes weight cap, but he's huge, and you can tell why he was in fourth here because he probably outsizes a lot of guys. In fifth, we had Jivko Petkov, who, in my opinion, is one of the most classic guys in all of Europe. The lines are just super, super clean, great balance, and like the ratios are just on point. This guy's an Olympian for a reason. He's going to the Olympia, making his Olympia debut this year after winning the Ireland Pro. In sixth, we had Hassan Al-Ibrahim. This guy's crazy classic. Maybe just needs a little bit more in the legs to match the great lats and the delts and the arms that he has. But like overall, you can tell why he won a pro show last year. This guy is really, really good. In seventh, we had Paulo Henrique out of Portugal, one of the biggest guys out there. Just super classic, great structure, just very well put together. The lines are nice. So Paulo Henrique out of Portugal. Jakub Kolenek out of the Czech Republic in eighth. This guy structurally can go toe-to-toe with just about anybody. I think he just needs more size, and he'll fare very well. In ninth, Lucas Guido, another guy who brings the condition and the structure every single time. He's a shorter guy, but he still has a ways to go to where he fills out his weight cap. So that is his next plan, is just to continue to put on size to build out that perfect physique and eventually get to the Olympia. In 10th, we had Valerie Frizzler. I do believe I spelled his name here. It was probably autocorrect incorrectly right there. So sorry, Valerie, if you're watching this, man. I will adjust that. But really good physique, man. Like the lines, I really like the lines. Very classic there. Good midsection. Good lats as well. I think, really he just has to continue to build width. He's a very dense guy. So continues to build his width, and I think he'll continue to move his way up. So that's our top 10 from the Euro Muscle Show Pro in Amsterdam. Our final show on Sunday, that wrapped up on Sunday night, was the Vancouver Pro, and this one did not disappoint. So Kellen Wilson, another underdog, ended up winning this one. So heading into this one, Sam Pekin was favored by most people, and Kellen ended up just taking this one. Just structurally, you can see why this guy won the show. Just super, super structurally gifted. Great lines, muscularity, super proportionate, like balance, like you name it, this guy has it. And I think this guy is just crazy, crazy good. Super underrated. I don't think he gets the love that he really deserves. But, hopefully the first pro win will, open people's eyes just a bit. I knew what Kellen was capable of, but I think the world will start to catch on after seeing him win this show. And I do believe he's competing in more shows this year before the Olympia, so who knows? He could add another notch to the belt after this one. So big win for Kellen. Congrats to him. In second, we had Sam Pekin. So Sam is great structurally, just super, super gifted there. I think the one thing that is just gonna continue to build with time is the muscle maturity. I think the lines have to be a bit crisper. And that's where Kellen ended up beating Sam, in my opinion. It was just the lines were deeper. His condition was a little bit better. But Sam is super, super good and very well could win a show later this year. In third place, we had Hamza Saeed, an Iranian American who brings some of the craziest condition, has insane vascularity and density. This guy is super, super talented. Just turned pro at Junior USA's back in May. So just right into the pro debut, and third place is something that you have to be extremely proud of. So congrats to Hamza. In fourth, another pro debut, Prince of Mecca, one of the best natural bodybuilders in Canada and in the world, in my opinion. This guy looks great structurally, like super, super on point. He's got great proportion, like the arms, the legs, the lats, the waist, everything is just like you're checking boxes there. Dude looks fantastic. In fifth, we had Isaac Bayer out of Canada. So Isaac is another seasoned veteran, great muscle maturity, condition's good too. Structure as well is good. I think he just has to continue to put more mass on the back. That's the one critique I would have probably. In sixth, we got Mike Murray, Mike came in super peeled, shredded. He has really good shape. I think he just has to continue to add size, and eventually he'll start to place a little bit higher. And in seventh, we had Jorge Guerrero out of Mexico. So Jorge is a guy I picked him top 3 here, but this was definitely not his best look. I've seen him a lot sharper at previous shows. He's got good shape, as you can see here in this front double bicep, but like I think they went for the fuller look and probably overshot it just a bit if I had to speculate, because I've seen Jorge just like peeled to the gills at every show prior to this. So um, Jorge Guerrero there in seventh. And those are our results from all the classic shows this past weekend. Next up is I'm going to get into the upcoming classic shows. We got 3 classic shows for this upcoming weekend. We have one on Friday, one on Saturday, and one on Sunday. Like, best case scenario, you get one classic show each day. We'll start out with the Chicago Pro, which is on Friday. This is going to be a crazy show, guys. We're going to have multiple Olympians here, guys who haven't announced they're competing, but like, you guys are going to see the lineup pretty soon. It's going to be absolutely insane. A lot of pro debuts here too. So stay tuned. There's going to be a live stream. It's going to be on Friday. I'll give you guys all the updates there. And then on Saturday, we got the Muscle Contest Brazil. So this will bring out some of the best in Brazil as well as South America, I imagine. And it's always fun catching these muscle contest shows. They usually stream these for free on YouTube, so try to find that for you guys and put that in the preview description when that comes out. And then lastly, our Sunday show is the Colombia Pro, and this is going to be in Medellin. So this is going to be a really exciting show. They put on great shows in Colombia, I know, and the fans love bodybuilding down there. We're going to get some of the best from South America. I know we're going to get Gene Guerrero, who is arguably one of, if not the best Colombian classic physique competitor. It's probably him and like Diego Galindo at the end of the day. But like, this is going to be really exciting because we're going to get an American guy in this lineup. Anthony Barbera III's jumping in and doing this show. So we're going to see a battle, I think, guys, and probably some more top pros jumping into this one. So the Colombia Pro is going to be a killer show. But those are our 3 shows for this upcoming weekend and all the highlights from the past weekend. So that's going to do it for the weekly recap, guys. Again, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Follow me on Instagram, CPC Bodybuilding. Use my code CPC at checkout with Evogen Nutrition to support me. And that's going to do it, guys. I'm Brant, signing out for CPC Bodybuilding, the best channel in classic physique. Make sure you guys keep it classic. I'll see you later.